children an outlet to do something different.
There are more times that every child is not academic. They are also technical. And this is one of the clubs that helps to push that because education is very important and we need to bring more people in to encourage our children.
We want to show them that this is a life that they can live. They're exposed to men in the community that are all about making young men better. Crime-free.
Looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Agriculture plays an important yet underrated role in the economies of Caribbean islands. While not completely self-sustaining, it plays a vital role in enhancing food security. Climate variables such as unpredictable rainfall patterns and excessive heat often cause farmers to face unprecedented challenges.
Where there is the expectation of increased heat, that can affect the development of the crops, of the livestock, as well as for dairy production. We can see a decrease in the dairy production. Heat also plays an effect on human health as well. We would want to ensure that farmers wear protective clothing, make sure that they keep themselves well hydrated, shift the hours, of the exposure outside. That is an option as well that you can look at.
While certain regions may experience prolonged droughts, predictions also raise concerns regarding heavy rainfall, hurricanes, and flooding.
The expected increases in the tropical cyclone activity, those strong winds can have an impact on your crops. That can have an impact on your infrastructure. For the farmers, who would have the crops above ground, for those periods of time, maybe you can plant some root crops, that's an option. So there's several things that the farmer can do, to adapt to our ever-changing climate.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is parking lot, but you ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the, look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him, just don't park in the handicap spot.
Yeah, that's handicap.
No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot.
I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long.
Handicap spot,
Boy, what's going on now?
I tell you we shouldn't park here now, this way park here,
I tell you we shouldn't park here.
Don't get one of these things. My bad big broke, and he got a sticker inside to say this mud though. We gotta move, this is a handicap spot.
Let's go, we gotta move.
But we gotta move, we can move right now, sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Your number one team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Jay Philippe. Raven, in the gym this evening or tomorrow?
No, I went this morning. You missed it.
I missed it. I guess I'll see you on the holiday weekend.
Oh, thank you for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. Welcome news for some public servants as government spending for the upcoming fiscal year includes a pay increase. The new fiscal budget takes effect July 1st. Also, a bold accusation against the governing party from one of its own, suggesting not only are backbenchers being sidelined, but some parliamentarians are misusing public resources. And Mr. Living My Best Life himself talks the orange economy amid an important investment forum in New York City recently. The entertainer and entrepreneur, a proud Bahamian, shares some key insight. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now.
Good
evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones, and this is the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Welcome to the broadcast. A close look at the details of the highly anticipated 2025-2026 budget revealed good news for workers just in time for Labor Day. Among the announcements, Minister of Finance, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis delivered when he led off this morning's debate in the House of Assembly were pay raises for public servants. Fern Carey leads us off at 11.
As he led off debate on the 2025-2026 fiscal budget, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Philip Davis, noted that revenues are up, expenditure is under control, the deficit has dramatically decreased, and the economy is growing. He stressed that this was achieved through fiscal discipline, strong financial management, and an aggressive reform agenda. Prime Minister Davis also explained the difference between a balanced budget and a budget surplus. This, given ongoing commentary related to his announcement that the country has a balanced budget and a projected budget surplus of $75 million for the first time since independence in 1973.
A balanced budget occurs when revenue matches expenditure, not when revenue is close but still less than expenditure. That's a balanced budget.
These policy measures are designed to empower Bahamians, expand opportunities countrywide, and strengthen the national budget.
Middle management, public servants will see increases in their salaries at the end of this month.
They don't seem happy.
That's following our salary review that we promised.
The move is expected to boost morale in the public sector. Prime Minister Davis noted that the second phase will be implemented in September this year, while health insurance will be expanded for all government workers.
This initiative will provide broader protection for our public officers, reduce out-of-pocket medical costs, and improve overall access to health care for those who serve our nation. We are also modernizing the delivery of healthcare benefits by enhancing the National Insurance Program.
Prime Minister Davis also announced that the National Prescription Drug Program is transitioning from the National Health Insurance Board to National Health Insurance in a bid to reduce pressure on the public purse. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Thanks, Fern. A member of Parliament told a local daily that the governing Progressive Liberal Party's backbenchers are not getting a fair play in accessing resources and funding that could benefit their community. And he alleges that cabinet ministers are using public resources for political gain. Felicity Darville got reaction from several members of Parliament.
Member of Parliament for Southern Shores Leroy Major said that backbenchers are struggling to get government support for basic constituency needs, while cabinet ministers enjoy disproportionate influence. He said MP for Pinewood, Miles LaRota, for example, will benefit from a $20 million budget allocation to alleviate flooding in his constituency, while Southern Shores also needs it. Minister LaRota responded.
And I do believe that the MPs on this side make decisions in the betterment of their communities. There's no evidence, as far as I am aware of just personal gain. And if it means lobbying, as I was singled out, I make no apologies about lobbying for road and flooding remediations in Pinewood. That was something that I campaigned on.
Well, ZNS News spoke with other backbenchers as they headed into the House of Assembly today. MP Bacchus Roll said South Beach isn't being left out.
It rained for the past 2 days, but there has been no flooding. So we saw that the drainage that the engineering that we would have put in place there on East Street South, new drainage that we would have seen in various areas in South Beach, Palm Avenue, Silver Pines Close, etc. That's been very successful for us.
West End and Bimini MP Kingsley Smith said he's happy with the government's support for his constituency.
There's a brand new airport that is building in South Bimini. The roads in South Bimini are being repaved. The opening of the 8 Mile Rock Government Complex, the Obadiah Wishcombe Complex. The Holmes Rock Primary School, Junior School, is about to be completed. There are also plans for the rebuilding of the West End Police Station, a Pine Forest Park that was dilapidated for some 20 years is being completed.
MP Jamal Strawn said they're taking care of Nassau Village.
Government is inclusive. The resources are being shared. Nassau Village is a major recipient of them all. Is there more work to be done? Yeah, of course, there will always be. But that is just because of legacy issues that we have had to fight.
Well, MP Major said that he made the comments to the reporter in good faith, intending to contribute honestly to the national discourse. Felicity Davil for the Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Felicity. The journey towards a modernized election management system is set to be at the heart of an increase for the Parliamentary Registration Department. The department's budget will rise from $1.5 million to nearly $3.9 million in the upcoming fiscal period. Funding directly pegged for election-related expenses will grow from $364,000 to an estimated $2.6 million. According to the minister responsible for the Parliamentary Registration Department, the Honourable Wayne Monroe, the increased budget secures a number of advancements.
In the past, when the register used to cease there, another time that would be used in registration exercises. We have a permanent register, but there are things involved with making sure that people still live where they were, that they're still where they voted last time. There's also ongoing registration. There is an effort now to replace the paper cards with something more permanent, durable, and security-minded that may involve tracking through biometrics, so that this thing that everyone talks about, people being doubly registered, if you're tracked through biometrics, it would be nearly impossible to do that.
Confirms additional preparations are needed to ensure a fair process by or before October 2026 are also being addressed.
You have to make budgetary provision for the things that relate to elections, so they have to advertise, for instance, people's declarations. There are a number of things that happen with an election. To be certain, the life of this House of Assembly will expire in October. The House can't go beyond 5 years. It may well be before that. The Prime Minister has indicated that it is very, very unlikely to be this year. And so the parliamentary registration has to start to make provision as if an election is in this budget year that ends June 2026.
The Davis administration is promising some movement on the long-awaited implementation of the Freedom of Information Act this upcoming fiscal year. Reporters asked Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis yesterday about criticisms of the government only allocating $140,000 in the upcoming budget for the Freedom of Information Office, the same amount it did last year. Proponents of the legislation believe it will bring about greater accountability and transparency. However, the Prime Minister thinks there are still many misconceptions about the legislation's reach.
It doesn't give unfettered access to information, right? And it doesn't, and it doesn't, in the scheme of things, it doesn't make available matters that's not already available to the public, right? It's just that we are interested in getting other things done. When we came into office, our focus was on righting the ship, cleaning up the mess that we met, and that is our focus.
The Freedom of Information Act was passed in 2017 but did not advance under the Minnis administration. Prime Minister Davis admitted that freedom of information is just not a top priority for his administration at this moment, as he defended his government's record of accountability and transparency.
I can account for my actions, I can defend my actions, and they're all above board. But for me, I am paying more attention and continue to pay attention to bringing relief to Bahamian people. And they can see that in what we have done so far, and we still have more to do. That's my focus.
Still to come, an American entertainer promotes Bahamian business. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Don't miss Regatta Time at the 56th Annual Long Island Regatta in Salt Pond, beginning June 4th at 4 p.m. right here on the ZNS Network. This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
Among the infrastructural upgrades in the 2025-2026 budget is a new headquarters building for the Royal Bahamas Police Force. The police commissioner told our Daniel Dean that she's grateful for the upgrade.
Prime Minister Philip Davis announced plans to build a new police headquarters and fire station during the 2025-2026 budget communication last week. This combined with the procurement of new fire trucks and equipment. While Commissioner of Police Shanton Knoll says she and the more than 3,000 officers look forward to transitioning from the decades-old headquarters on East Street.
This building is very old. I'm not certain if it is one that is protected under the Antiquities Act. We have been giving our very best in these conditions for a long time, and I thank the Prime Minister for seeing the need to give us a new building. Hopefully it will be a beautiful building, and I'm sure that we will cherish it.
The specifics of the budget communication were that the Davis administration plans to procure modern fire trucks, protective gear, and specialized firefighting tools to construct a new fire station through a public-private partnership, delivering critical infrastructure cost-effectively, to expand nationwide communication systems and CCTV networks to reinforce surveillance in high-risk areas, and to plan for a new police headquarters to improve command operations and interagency coordination. After all, Commissioner Knoll says a better work environment will always allow for better product from employees. Reporting from the police headquarters on East Street North for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks, Danielle. 3 juveniles ages 15, 17, and 18 years old are in police custody tonight after Central Investigation Department and Operation Black Scorpion officers confiscated a firearm for a residence on 3rd Street, The Grove. As officers arrived at the residence armed with a search warrant, the 17-year-old male, upon seeing the police, discarded a firearm from his waist into a yard and attempted to evade police. However, he was subdued and arrested. The other 3 teen boys were arrested a short time later. An investigation into this matter continues. A 46-year-old man is also in police custody tonight after he was arrested at Lyndon Pindling International Airport shortly before noon yesterday for not declaring more than $20,000 in cash in his possession. The currency was seized, and an investigation into that matter continues. You probably won't recognize the name Roland Powell, but you most certainly will be familiar with his work. The American stand-up comedian, musician, social media influencer, and actor, known to countless fans by his stage name, Lil Duval, has been making a splash on the entertainment scene in the United States. But Lil Duval remains a proud Bahamian who maintains his close ties to Eleuthera. He attended last week's Bahamas Business and Investment Forum in New York City, where he participated in a panel discussion focused on creatives and opportunities for investing in that growing sector.
I don't know if I took anything away. It just makes me in the room with a bunch of people that's got the same mindset as I have as far as making Bahamas great. And that's what I've always been wanting to do from day one. Even before people even knew I was Bahamian, I've always repped Bahamas. So that's really what I got from this.
Powell is excited about opportunities for Bahamians, but he says now's not the time for creatives to just be sitting around waiting for opportunities to land in their laps. He affirms they've got to get out there and make it happen.
Well, what I do, I'm a creative and I'm an influencer, so you create your own opportunities. So as far as opportunities, you create it, and we're in a space now where you can create it with social media and everything, where you can create your own greatness. So it's the best time for any Bahamian to come up and to be great.
Amajal Knowles in sports has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Amajal.
And Jazz homers in his first game back. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Pipe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Did you know you could send a local bank transfer to a Sand Dollar wallet? It's the same as sending a transfer to an account at another local bank. Simply use the wallet's 12-digit top-up address as the account number, savings as the account type, Central Bank of the Bahamas as the bank, and Sand Dollar as the branch with branch code or transit number 12,000. Don't use urgent or priority delivery. Transfers to Sand Dollar wallets are processed through the Bahamas Automated Clearinghouse Network within 1 business day.
Nah, it's you who owe the bank plenty money for this house, you know, not me. You got 30 days to make a payment in full or hand over the keys.
Every woman need a little thug in her life. Just stop it. Get the hell away from me. Your own mother sacrificed everything.
I don't owe mommy nothing. I want you to get admitted in the hospital for a few days.
What your name is?
Dr. Chidambaram Krishnamurthy.
What? I don't even know what we was talking about. What? Change?
Stop lying.
Do not
force me to get loud and change.
Yes, mama. Come on, through.
Huh? You think you better than me?
You don't know me.
Have you ever stopped to think about what I'm going through? I sacrificed everything. You and your daughters could do the next best thing. What is that supposed to mean? Die and go to hell.
Welcome to your Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports after nearly 6 weeks on the sidelines. Bahamian baseball superstar Jazz Chisholm Jr. making his much-anticipated return to the New York Yankees lineup last night, facing the Cleveland Guardians. Chisholm would drive home Tanner Beebe's first pitch in the 7th inning toward the right center stands for his 8th home run of the season. Chisholm went 2 for 3, also with a 5th inning single for the Yankees' first hit and scoring on DJ LeMahieu's single. Anthony Volpe would go deep 6 pitches after Chisholm, giving New York back-to-back homers for the 5th time this season.
Like every day sitting on that bench, you're thinking about coming back, especially I didn't have the best start, but at the same time, coming back and just starting strong and starting the season over, starting everything over 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 all the way through so you don't focus on what happened before, so yeah, this is how I wanted to start.
Still in baseball, this time from the minor leagues, B.J. Murray continuing a strong season for the Knoxville Smokies as his hot bat would lift them to a 4-2 win over the Chattanooga Lookouts last night. Murray with a monstrous grand slam in the 8th inning to account for all 4 of the Smokies' runs in the win. He would finish 2 for 3 on the night. Smokies remain in the 3rd in the Southern League standings. As far as numbers for Murray this year, he's batting .233 with 10 home runs, 31 ribbies, and 9 stolen bases. In the sailing news, the holiday weekend officially begins on Friday, but the sailing action is already underway at the 56th Long Island Regatta. Our good brother from the north, Ricardo Lightbourne, fills us in.
The 56th annual Long Island Regatta got underway with the Class C Cup race. Yes, it's called the Penland Cup, and it is actually sponsored by Bahamas Wholesale Agency. 19 sloops went to the starting line, and what a race it was. A clean start. Well, that is what we thought. But again, a collision as the boats try to get off the line. The Bull Reg, Whisper, and Cobra 2 having some issues in getting off the line. A collision, that's going to mean some trouble down the road as far as penalty for these boats. But as far as sailing is concerned, yes, the Witty K got a clear look, followed by Sassy Sue and Shroud. Let's take a look at moving now to the eastern buoy as the boats will come around. Looking very good. The Witty K, the first one around, making the right decision. Coachy Burrows making some decisions up front and looking very good. Then Sassy Sue right there. Look at it, coming around the buoy and then opening up. There's Shroud also making the right choice again. Some of the other boats had some issues. Some went around the buoy the wrong way. You know what that means? You are disqualified. But as they in turn make their way to the outer buoy and then back again for the final lap, yes, it'll be the Witty K that will get the cannon, followed by Sassy Sue and Shroud. Let's talk to skipper Coachy Burrows on the cup win in Salt Pond.
It's blowing out there. I was surprised we started the race. Most of the time, if we were in different conditions or different harbor, we wouldn't sail because it'd be too rough. But Long Island Harbor is a nice harbor to sail in. It's always calm, even though it's blowing, so it's a great harbor to sail in. And the boat, Witty K performed really well today. I was really happy and really pleased with how well she was sailing throughout the water. So I had a good overall race. Had a bad little start, but then picked it back up and caught back up in the front.
What's your gut feeling about this year's regatta?
If God spared life, nothing breaks down. I have a feeling I could win this regatta, so we had to stay in the top 4, top 5 the whole regatta, and you always have a chance to win the regatta like that, so we'll see how it goes.
Basketball news, two Bahamian Collegiate players on the move, signing with new programs after being in the transfer portal. Ramad Dean will suit up for the Tulsa Hurricanes next year in the Mid-American Conference after spending the past 2 seasons with the Fordham Rams in the A-10. The Grand Bahamian averaged just under 7 points and 6 boards, appearing in 33 games this season. On the women's side, Antonisha Moultrie moving up from the junior college ranks to the Division I level. Moultrie, after averaging just under 14 points this season and 10 boards for the Garden City Community College Broncos, she will now play for the Ohio University Bobcats that also compete in the Mid-American Conference. And a former Bahamian lacrosse player now transitioning into a life after sports and illustrates her journey in a newly released memoir. Our intern, Swanson Gibson, has more on this story.
Ava Swanigan has turned over a new leaf, giving up her passion for lacrosse, but finding a new one in literature. The 20-year-old recently published a book titled Life After the Final Whistle, a blueprint for young athletes trying to find an identity outside of sports. Swanigan spoke about coming to a crossroads in her athletic journey.
Due to certain injuries and just certain things that just didn't align with me at the time, I stopped playing the sport and ended up choosing LSU as a option for my college career. Honestly, it was really challenging because my name was attached to my sport. Early on, I always wanted to keep that tie strong with myself. And when my last game ended, I honestly didn't know what was next for myself. But I told myself that I'm going to a good school. I have a good major that aligns with the things that I want to do with my life. And I just kept that as my narrative of what's next for myself. And that gave me closure for my sport.
She also discussed the guidance she's received in publishing her book.
I asked a few of my friends that have already committed, or some people who are on my club lacrosse team, about advice of the things that they've gone through that align with this book. And I've also asked my mom. She helped me a lot with giving pointers because she used to be a track athlete in college. So she gave me pointers on stuff that even she went through to give me motivation for this book. I hope this book, honestly, sparks conversation about identity and growth and purpose, especially that there's so many athletes within the Bahamas.
Life After the Final Whistle is now available for purchase on Amazon and will soon come to other digital platforms. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Wednesday. A check on weather when we return.
got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Take me out to the ballpark. Yes, this weekend for the baseball action at its best. The ZNet Television Network brings you live coverage of the 2025 National Baseball Championships at the Andrew Rogers Baseball Stadium, June 7th and 8th. And coverage begins this Saturday at 5 p.m. It's the 2025 National Baseball Championships, and it's only on the ZNet Television Network.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. After several days of torrential rainfall over the northwest and central parts of our country, the rainfall that we really did need, well, it's beginning to clear out of the area as that area of low pressure now pushes towards the north and east. So we're looking for pretty much good weather conditions leading into the Labor Day holiday for those of you who are planning on those matches. And there are temperatures around the islands. Marshall, Barbacoa at 78, Green Tulkey 80 degrees, 80 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Allenstown, Bimini 81, the Berry Islands at 79 degrees, 82 degrees in Harbor Island, Rock Sound, Eleuthera 86, Allenstown, Kid Island 83, in Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, South Andros, and Fresh Creek, Central Andros, the mercury column stands at 88 degrees. And as we take you further south, Georgetown, Exuma 78, 83 degrees in Rumkey and San Salvador. And as we go further south, Ragged Island picking up some 84s there, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island at 84 degrees. Betsy Bay may go on at 86, 87 degrees in Acklands. Matchetown, United, with a little bit of cloud cover there, have a temperature of 82 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we're looking at clouds breaking and clearing, but remaining a bit breezy with a low temperature around 79 degrees. And tomorrow, cloudy once again and windy, high temperature 88 degrees. Extended weather forecast looking like this. The clouds will hang around right through Labor Day, which is Friday, and that will at least shield you from those daring sun rays. And temperature-wise, we're going to be in the upper 80s, clocking about 89 degrees on Friday, and then we'll start to get in some 90s as we head into the weekend. Nighttime temperatures will continue to be very muggy in the upper 70s. Royston.
Thank you, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.